This is 80/20 Programming, your place to master the art of programming by solving problems and building projects. Hello, thanks for tuning in. If you're here, I'm guessing you're interested in learning how to code. I'm a firm believer in the 80/20 principle and feel that if you use that technique, you will get very good results quickly. On this channel, you will learn to code by doing. We will work on problems and build projects, learning as we go. For this video, we'll be working on a platform called Codewars, and we will solve a problem. I usually use Javascript and sometimes Python to solve these challenges, and so this is a good place to start. And as I work along in the problem, I'll explain everything as I go, so you'll pick up pieces of the syntax and how the code works straight from the beginning, and really learn how to implement these things as we work. So as you can see, I have selected as the first problem work called it's function 1 hello world. Okay, this is in Codewars, and so in Codewars you work problems, and as you work in problems you start as an 8Q rank, and you work your way up. So the more problems you solve, the higher up in the rank you will go. Anyway, so I've selected this as our first problem in JavaScript is the language I'll start with. Okay, and so we'll come here and we'll hit train. Okay, and this opens up a browser sort of window, and gives you some tips, about how to be effective in the system. Okay, so let's look over here. Description: make a simple function called greet that returns the most famous hello world phrase. This is common in computer programming. You're learning a new language, you're implementing a new tool, to test it out, really, to see if it works. You make your screen print back that hello world. Okay, so we come over here and clear this message out. Now in JavaScript, when you declare something called a function, you have to name the function, and to do that you say function, okay, and it's got to be called greet. Okay, now notice these parentheses. Okay, the parentheses will hold a parameter, and it'll basically tell the function what to do, by user input or something like that. Okay, then you got to have the curly brackets, and you break these apart. You'll see how this is set up. Okay, and then you want to, as it says, return. So we will return, okay, hello world. Okay. Now this right here is what's known as a string. Okay, and it's basically, it could be a sentence, it could be anything, but it's letters, numbers, anything that's in between the single or the double quotes is a string. Okay, but you got to have matching. It's something worth noticing. So you got to have a single quote here and a single quote there. Anyway, so function greet return hello world. Okay, so in Codewars, once you get your function or your problem in a position where you think it's solved, you come down here to test. You click test, and it looks like I was right. Okay, it passed 2 of the tests. And so testing function number 1, is it a function? And it is, because I created a function. Okay, and then correct return value, and it says I passed on that. Okay, so it says, I passed this first set of tests. And so when you're ready to submit, you come here and you hit attempt, and it looks like I passed on all the tests that they run through it. So you come and you do submit again. Just taking a second to load. All right, and here it is. Congratulations, I completed my first kata. Okay, that's good. I earned some points. Okay, now one thing you don't want to forget is when you're working in Codewars, you can rate the kata. Okay, so if you rate it very good, you're satisfied, and you learned something, you click that, and it gives you an extra point, if you can notice up here. Okay, because your points are always increasing and you're gaining rank. Okay, and so what I like to do is when I solve the problem, okay, so you can vote for solutions to help other code warriors and uncover the best ones. Okay, anyway, I like to spend some time reviewing other people's work. And there's a lot of good answers in here, here's the function hello world. JavaScript, sometimes you can put the semicolon there at the end of each line. You're not necessarily required all the time, but it's a good habit probably to be in, putting it there. But anyway, people rank them, and you keep climbing the ranks. Okay, so I solved it in JavaScript. Now, what I would like to do is come into Python and solve it again, because I'm like to learn as I go, and so I'll come here and I'll switch to Python. All right. Let me train again. I'm gonna do it in Python this time. Now Python is a little bit different. As we work along, you'll learn, the differences, and you'll learn, different facts about each language. But it's another good language to learn if you're a beginner. Okay, and so with Python, when you're creating a function, you got to start with def. That means define. You're defining a function. In a lot of ways, Python's kind of similar to JavaScript. Okay, so you do greet. Okay. Okay, Python is whereas different is JavaScript has the open curly brackets. Python has the colon. Okay, and so you put the colon, and then you hit enter and you come down. Now Python, instead of using the brackets like JavaScript, Python requires it to be indented 4 spaces. Basically, each level you go down. Okay, so this is I'm defining the function greet, and right now let me back it up so I can show you. See, with my cursor, 1, 2, 3, 4. If you're not 4 spaces, it's goes against the way the community likes to see Python written. It's for readability, really. Okay, but the same thing, it's return. Okay, Python's the same. You can use double or single quotes. I'm using double. Hello world. Okay, now I'm back. This should be a good function in Python. Let's try it out. I'm down to test, and we've passed. So, as you can see, it's kind of the same. It's a little bit different, but these are building blocks. You'll learn functions, you'll learn strings, you'll learn the proper syntax as we go along. So I'll attempt it and see what happens. Perfect. Okay, I passed. Submit. And wait, that doesn't make sense. There we go. See? So I passed, and I've been able to do it. Now we can take a few minutes and review. These are other code warriors who have done the same thing. Some people go really in depth with what they do. Okay. Anyway, that's kind of it. You can look at your profile and see where you are. I've trained every time you train a language, it'll appear here. I trained JavaScript and Python today, and so I gained a little bit of points and percentage, as far as climbing the ranks. As we go along, the problems will get harder, but being hard will make it better for you to learn. Anyway, thanks for stopping by. Hey, thanks for watching. Please, if you found this video helpful, like the video, hit that subscribe button, and share this video on social media. Also, feel free to leave a comment, and let's master the art of programming together.